To learn more about the Together in Remembrance, Together in Hope Vigil, I'm joined by Blake Sittler, a co-organizer of the event. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you very much for your time.
So tomorrow's vigil will mark the one-year anniversary of when the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a worldwide pandemic. Why was it important for you to mark the date in such a way?
I think humans are the kind of people we're always marking events ritually, whether it's a birthday or a wedding or a funeral. I was talking with a lady named Anne Redekop a few months ago, and she mentioned that she just said off the cuff, I hope the province does something to mark this day. And so I basically sent out an email to a large number of religious organizations at first, multi-faith pieces, just saying, is there any interest out there? Because I had no idea whether there'd be any, if the idea had legs, as they say. And we got about 15 or so responses. And then we tried to make the participation as broad as possible. So we just started reaching out to other groups as we thought of them. And that's basically where it began.
And what will the vigil look like for those taking part?
So the opening piece is sort of typical of what people would expect of a vigil, except because it's multi-faith and including people of no faith. We have different groups sort of opening up with a land recognition, and then with, I think it's Jewish, Hindu, Muslim sort of openings, calls to prayer, just as a way of gathering us. So very brief pieces. And then it sort of culminates, the first half culminates with gathering all of our griefs, the things that we've been mourning. Because again, for some people, they've lost a loved one. They've lost the lives of someone in their family or a close friend. Exponentially more have mourned the loss of, the freedom to gather, of a sports season, their jobs, their businesses. So we're going to gather all of those with a candle lighting vigil, a candle lighting piece. And then the second part of the vigil is going to be helping us to move into that place of optimism, to say, what are the things that we're looking forward to? What are the things that we're excited about? What gives us hope? And we'll be marking that in different ways with poems and songs and an opportunity for people to chat about that on the chat room on Zoom. Yeah.
Perfect. And how can people watch the vigil?
So the website that we set up is simple. It's covidvigil.ca. And on that page, you'll find a link to register for the event. And you do have to register to participate on Zoom. But once you give us your name and the city you're calling from, or that you'll be tuning in from, you'll be sent a registration link. And then people will just click on that link and they'll join the vigil. And of course, the way it works is their screens will be able to be turned on, but we're going to be muting everybody just so that there's less, audio traffic. And that'll be what they can do. We're also going to be live streaming it, but I imagine the largest part are going to be participating through Zoom.
Awesome. So as we've mentioned before, the vigil is taking place tomorrow. What time can people tune in?
So it starts at 7 p.m. and we're not, in Saskatchewan time, we're not going to be opening it up probably till about 1:45, but if people come on there a little earlier, it'll just be, they'll just be waiting. But, and I think the event, we were initially looking at about 45 minutes. It might run an hour, but we recognize that some people might join for 10 minutes. Some people might join for the full event. So it'll run no more than an hour, really.
Awesome. And what are you hoping people get out of this event?
One of the things about the COVID virus is how much it has isolated us, separated us from each other. Now, for myself, I've been very lucky. I was at work on a Friday and went home with my laptop and thought, maybe I'll need to stay home for 3 days, but I was home for a year. But I had family, I had friends, I had people I worked with that I could stay in touch with. There's a lot of people in the province who are incredibly isolated. Folks in long-term care homes, this has been a huge struggle for them. For folks who maybe don't have family, people living on their own. So this event is intended to be a place where the people of Saskatchewan can gather and just to see that they are not alone in their grief, they're not alone in their hope.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today, Blake. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. I hope to see everybody there.